See, that's where our name comes from.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Because it started out in my mind, because we started the channel right after I retired. And I wanted to create a diary of Teresa and I finding our happiness.
Yeah.
You know, and that's where Happy Place Diaries came from. This was our diary, and then somebody started watching our videos. And then 2 people started watching our videos. And then I'm like, we have actually 10 people that are, and I remember when we got to 10. Hold on.
When we wake, hear the birds and see the sun. Side by side our fears are done. Oh, the good times just begun. Oh, we know what we have, let's hold on tight. Found what we're looking for in life. Call us crazy, but things are finally right. With you and I, the future.
Are we on camera? 3, 2,
1, 5. Oh, there's even
look
another
at
one.
another
one over there.
You're really.
So
I mean, you got
I know.
our angles. You can just kind of go.
That's it, because I'm going to talk over here, and then I'm going to go.
Well, I don't know what camera we're looking at,
Looking at
I
him.
think you're probably,
but
you're probably looking at yours.
hi, I'm Greg,
I'm Shelly.
and together
we're
Dave's Great Adventure. And today we are in our RV,
Yes.
and we
For the
have
moment.
some guests and their fur babies with us.
Yes.
And they have a YouTube channel, and it's called Happy Place Diaries.
Yes.
I got it right?
Yep.
Okay, so we got Jerry and Teresa,
Yep, that's me.
Yes.
and they live up here in the Northwest, and they are avid RVers, is what I probably want to describe it. Where they, about every weekend, maybe every other weekend.
At least once a month.
At least once a month,
If not
sometimes
twice.
Yeah.
This month it's 3 times.
Yeah.
This time, yeah.
Are out. And anyway, we've been trying to get together because we came back to the Northwest here in May. So we've been talking about it, and finally we decided let's just do it.
It's
Bite the
November,
bullet.
and finally here we
And they agreed to finally say, okay, we'll risk it. But I mean, it's like Jerry, this guy in the military was, I've never met anybody that's been in 148 degree weather and negative whatever. The extremes and different things, but also about his background and different things. But we also shared about all our medical issues, his job and,
Hey, if you want to have some hot colonoscopy talk,
are. This is the group.
well,
right here, baby.
I didn't go there. We didn't share you with our crap. But anyway, we shared. It was just we got into it and talking about kids
grandchildren,
and surgeries and the laughter about stuff and and making fun of kind of each other along the way. And
So far as setup, we have got a routine that's so detailed right now that when we come in, go back to the leveling. I had the Anderson levelers, and we used them 2 or 3 times. Hated them because it was always something. They're the
drive-on ones.
Now some people swear by them, and good for you. But we'll back in, and we have a little bubble level, and we stick it on the back bumper, and Teresa will look at it and tell me how many bricks we need to go on either side. Boom, and then we put it on the floor, and the floor right in front of where the TV is, with the slide out in.
Yeah.
She can put it this way, and then I'll get it off the truck, and then just start going up or down based on what she tells me, and she just a little bit more, and then we're set.
Yeah.
And we do it so quick now, faster than we ever could with the Andersons. And I even have the
box still up
the
there.
Level Mate Pro is still attached. I haven't turned it on in 2 years.
Yeah.
If anybody's interested, let me know. I'll put it in the comment section. I'll send it to you.
well, and then now you're not having to put your scissor chuck in there. You don't use that system anymore. I'm not sure why, but that you don't have to take the time to put that in there.
We tried to buy a new one because I decided to move the truck,
Well, they saw the video.
and it was all me. Luckily, it just popped out in bed and didn't.
But if anybody needs one,
We've got a bent one that,
you know, it might work for your application. I don't know.
if you've got a wheel that sits like this,
Yeah.
you know what? No, I'm
And
not
speaking
beating
of
you
that,
up.
her moving the truck.
he's the
trailer,
one.
It's him.
And
I
I,
didn't-
I told him I paused her. Anyway, Jerry, if you've ever seen his videos, he has these neat sign out front that he has, you know, have police diaries on and all that stuff. And it something happened to it. this
I
weekend.
ran it over yesterday. I ran
Teresa's
it
not
over.
gonna like you
No, I
anymore.
know. But I was so
But all
funny.
I did was break the light, so the
Yeah.
light can be fixed.
We're
It was
walking
already
over
broken.
there, and Shelly's looking down and going, "What is this?"
I
She's
picked up
picking it
your
up. And,
pieces
well, what is
of
this
aluminum
piece?
down there for
And I
you.
says, "It all goes back to the little lights that are on the."
And I
Yeah,
The flags didn't break.
because Jerry parked the truck in an awkward position.
No, I did
No.
not. I parked it
Oh
on
my-
concrete.
Oh my goodness!
No, you didn't.
The sign's like 4 feet off the
When-
concrete.
Shush! You had the steering wheel.
Oh my goodness!
Hey,
I come outside and I'm like, I come over here.
Look over.
I come over and I'm like,
I was hoping you
she
didn't
just
see
killed
that.
She just killed our sign.
Oh, but I took off.
Destroyed my sign. And I said, "You mean the one you made with it?" Yeah.
PVC piping that's already broken. And
One pipe was broke.
well,
It's very
it's still
fixable.
only one pipe that's broke.
The flags are in
So
perfect
you know,
shape.
what they say is happens.
Yeah.
You
I
know.
love the tire marks right
Yeah.
across the back.
And it wouldn't have been so bad, but when she backed up over it, no.
I hate that sign.
And then I had Muggy look out the door. No, I didn't even know I hit it till we took off, and Muggy goes.
Did somebody hear something?
Muggy
And-
goes,
and the whole
"I think you just
reason
ran over your
That
sign."
it was such urgency, and she had to leave and drove over it anyway. It was just to go to Walmart.
Fred Meyer.
No, Walmart.
Oh,
they were going to Walmart.
Oh.
You know, made a
Oh
run.
my
You know,
gosh.
nobody.
It's fun.
Oh, man.
What's it with when you go for a weekend?
You
Weekend
need to
trip,
go to
you gotta
Walmart.
go to Walmart, or,
That's my
or your
thing, I gotta
weekend
go to
camping
Walmart.
trip isn't complete.
See, that wasn't even on my list of things to talk about.
It wasn't on my list either.
It wasn't?
No.
You
I
said
could
you-
tell on you too. We've had some oopses along the way.
Oh, everybody's gonna have
Yeah.
bruises.
Yeah.
We've had a couple.
Can't think
Well,
of
the
it.
funny
Bumps and
thing,
bruises,
the
but-
funny thing was that I was gonna drive when we left Lapine before I bent the.
Yeah.
Oh, you're going back to that one.
Yeah,
okay.
I'm going back to that one. And I had told Jerry, I'm like, let me drive, out to the main street.
to the garbage,
Yeah, to the garbage.
which is like 2 miles, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But
From the campsite to.
but I've only driven it twice.
Mm-hmm.
And after that, Jerry was mad, and I just went and sat in the
I was
passenger-
not mad. Contrary to popular belief,
Well, you were sort of mad at first, and then you're just like,
I was in shock. Because she comes around the trailer and she's holding the egg shuck and it's mangled. And she comes around, she
it's
goes,
not that mangled.
everybody's seen it. It's in the video.
It's on the video. I mean, it's twisted, baby.
It is twisted, but it's not mangled.
All right, so she's got it in her hand and she goes, where do these go? Like, I said, did you take those off the wheel? She goes, no, they were just laying there.
Well, that tells me it wasn't her job to take them off.
It's
No,
not her job
no,
to take them
No,
off.
and that's what
But
we
that
talk
was the
about,
problem.
Is that he has his regular things
Yeah.
that he does.
I've got a routine.
He's got a routine, and I've got a routine inside.
Yeah, I know.
And then
You get
I go
out of that
outside,
routine.
and the only thing that I do outside is I unhook the electricity.
So our friends were sitting there and we were talking.
Oh, yeah.
And I own it
And I
too
said-
because I was doing the jack stuff and getting things
And
hooked
why
up.
was I moving it to get the blocks out?
Yeah, we were gonna because we were just about ready, and like everybody else was all done,
Mm-hmm.
and we're lollygagging, which we always lollygag on our day that we're leaving, and so I'm just fiddle farting around. I'm getting things put, and she's like, "Hey, I'll just pull forward. We could get the blocks out," and I'm like,
Sure.
"Perfect." And I'm not even thinking because it was just something that was out of the ordinary. And so I just kind of got out of the way. And then I was going to just pick up the the leveling blocks, and she just pulls forward, and then I don't even know, you end up back on that other side.
No, it was on the.
No, it was on the passenger side.
No, it wasn't.
Yeah,
No, it wasn't.
Teresa.
It was on the door side. Oh, that is the passenger side. Okay, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I was thinking,
So it was on the passenger
Yeah,
side, and I was
true.
on the driver's side,
yeah.
where the leveling blocks were. So I picked that, and we've got the Lego things, and put those away, and I come around the trailer, and she's standing there. Where do these go?
Jerry's like, did you take that out? And I
And
go,
then-
no, it was just laying here.
We get everything buttoned up. I do my walk around, and she's sitting in the passenger seat. And I'm like, I thought you were gonna drive.
No,
She's like, no,
put my
just
seatbelt on.
we gotta
Never
go.
mind, let's just
Yeah.
go. So,
But there's lots of, this whole RV thing, because we were never RVers, and
When your kids were younger?
we tented.
we
We
can't.
tented until 5 years ago.
Oh, really?
Yep.
Yeah, in fact, and we've told the story, but we were down in Halem Bay, 70-mile-an-hour winds, trees are snapping,
August of 2015.
dogs are crying,
Yeah, yeah. You,
You know,
talked about that.
Yeah.
and my parents had this little teenage. What?
The awning
Oh,
is-
the awning
It
just
just
went
went
down.
down.
Yeah,
By
that
the
means
water.
there's water.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
It automatically
I
does
just saw
that.
it moving. I thought,
Awning.
Yeah,
I saw the water and I thought, oh my God, there's a pipe broken.
No, there's no wind out there. so-
Right.
wait a minute. Are you flushing your tanks?
Oh. So yeah, we're down there. We're in a tent, this great big REI cabin tent. The two of us, and Sadie. Sadie was like that big, and our daughter was actually in my camping hammock between two trees
Oh, outside?
Yeah.
outside, tarps and everything.
I don't
She
think-
never even knew what was going on.
She
Because it was
slept through
rocking her.
Oh, yeah.
She's just sleeping.
And she was so-
But our tent is like hitting us. It's folding down. The wind is like pop, pop, pop. Teresa looks at me and she goes, I am not having fun.
And then it started raining. And
So
Muggy and Rob's,
they were in a pop-up trailer.
so they're trying to hold up
The
their
stanchions on the thing.
Yeah.
And luckily, Tom and Jen had just bought their little
They had
trailer.
just bought
so
this
they
little
so they were sitting in their trailer.
Dutchman
But
something.
the canopy things, there's like 7 or 8 of them that had blown down. And
Oh,
they
yeah,
were
you
just
talked
10 by
about
10
that.
pop-ups.
Yeah, pop-ups.
And my parents are in this little trailer. So I get up and I go to that, I knock on their door. And it's early. It's like,
6, 7 o'clock in the
yeah, I was
morning.
going to say 5,
Which is
6.
Yeah.
So I knock and, they're like, oh, what's going on? What's going on? Because they don't know what's going on. They hear the wind,
Yeah.
but they're not getting beat up by the wind.
Right. They're warm and cozy.
Yeah.
Right. And so my mom puts on coffee and I said, look, we're leaving.
So we walked down.
I didn't even pack. I pulled the stakes,
Yeah.
grabbed the tent, threw it in the back of the truck, had a canopy at the time,
Let the air out of the air mattress and just
shoved it in there.
We can't
Everything
pack
was
a wet
soaked.
tent.
No.
I mean, you're gonna.
Not when it's wet and
yeah,
raining.
you have to set it up again anyway.
Yeah.
to air
Yeah.
Yeah.
dries.
Might as
So
well
we
just shove it
left, and as we pulled out into Halem Bay State Park, you go through Manzanita, and we got onto the highway, and a tree snaps right in the highway,
Yeah.
in. Oh, wow.
and there's crews out there,
There's
and,
debris just everywhere.
yeah, everything. So we get past that, and we start heading home, and we're following this train of RVs. And I looked at Teresa, I'm like, bet you they're not wet. Bet you they're not,
Yeah,
and that
they probably left because trees were snapping.
Yeah.
Not because
Right.
they had to.
Right.
Turn the heater on. Teresa's freezing.
I'm not freezing.
Oh, you look like you're shivering. I was gonna.
Oh,
No, that's
Oh.
her.
oh, no,
Can
I'm
we,
not.
can we be done with this?
No, it's not.
So anyway, that was that,
No, I'm just
and
kidding.
we
I
kind of,
get behind you there.
and we went to the RV show,
So that was in
Right after
August,
that-
yeah, and then in November we went.
and we bought our trailer in February,
Yeah.
and we haven't been in 10 cents.
So how many did you look at before you?
We looked at
Decided.
1,000.
Well, what we
Yeah.
did, and I know that we talked
million.
about this, but we took pictures of the ones that we were going into and pictures, and then we went through what we could, and then we started deleting because you're like, oh, I really.
Yeah.
And we just
So
kept.
we
coming,
made loops.
and then we just kept coming back to that one.
Yeah.
And because I told Jerry, I said, I've never had a brand new house. I've never had a brand new car. I want a brand new trailer. So he's like, well, whatever. And we just kept coming back to that one. And I'm like, yeah, but I want bunk beds, because of the
And
grant.
we had no frame of reference or
Yeah.
brand loyalty or
Yeah, right.
there wasn't a dealer we were working with.
And Jerry kept coming back to the one that we have, and Jerry's like, who are we buying this for?
Exactly.
And I finally said, okay, and he's like, look at this window, it's perfect. I'm like, okay, this is it.
Yep.
And then in February we went and bought it, and
And the guy was like, this is the show price. No matter when you buy it, come talk to me. And I'll give you the show price. And we kept his card. And then somebody gave us this great advice. If you're ever looking to buy a trailer, buy it on the worst day possible because they don't want to be out there dealing with you.
True.
so
They just
we
want to
went.
get the paperwork done and get you out.
Or the end of the month.
Right.
They need to
Make,
make
their sales
make a
numbers.
post.
So the end of the month, and it was the worst
It was New
day
Year's
in
Eve.
like Portston hit.
It was icy.
Yeah, it was the end of January, and we had an ice storm, and Portland is shutting down. Right,
we-
they are closing
But we didn't
everything.
buy it that day.
No, we didn't.
No.
No, let
But
me
we-
finish the story.
Okay.
We drive in. We drive in to the dealer.
No.
We drive into the dealer. Now this was the crazy part because she remembers that day. We drive into the dealer and nobody's there. All the cars are gone, but the gate's open, so we drove in, and this guy comes out, and he's like freezing because it's freezing,
It's
and there's
starting
like
to freeze rain.
a sheet of ice all over the parking lot, and it's freezing rain. And I roll down the window, and he comes. He goes, "Hey,
What can I do for
what
you?
can I do for you? We sent everybody home because of the ice storm and all that stuff." I'm like, "Oh, no problem. We'll come back." He's like, "Well, what are you looking
He
at?
goes, you're here.
Are you dealing with somebody?" He said, "Well, we've been dealing with this guy, yada yada." And he's like, "Well, you're here."
You might as well.
He's
"Just
the
be
owner's son.
Yeah.
And he goes, "I'll show you the trailer, but you got to promise me that you don't fall down and sue us."
Yeah, right.
Right? So we go into the trailer. It's sitting there. And, I'm opening up cabinets. Turns out that they went to the same high school. And they're
really?
chit-chatting. And I'm opening and pressing buttons and doing all that stuff. And then he goes, "Look, there's nobody here. I can't sell you a trailer
Because
today.
they've all gone home.
We can't do paperwork. We can't do anything. Besides, the one that we're walking through is sold."
sold.
Um,
So we're like, okay.
so we said, "Well, okay, well, we'll come back." And we came back the next month and then dealt with the deal. Well, we called him.
Yeah.
We said, "Hey, we're ready to buy."
Right.
And he said, "All right, come on in and we'll have it here for you."
And then we picked it up on February 20th.
20th.
Because it was
And that's the way that I format our videos, though. Would I want to sit and watch this?
Right.
And I watch every video before I post it.
Oh yeah.
You know,
Me
and I probably watch it about 5 times before I post it because I go through the initial edit, then I'll watch it, and then I'll edit again, and add whatever, and then I'll render it, I'll export it, and then I'll watch it. I try to get Teresa to watch it to see what she thinks, and then after I've okay, this is something that I would sit and watch, then I'll post it. But I mean, I've probably done about 4 or 5 videos that went straight to the trash can.
Oh, me too.
And I'm
You
just
do
like,
'em and then it's
Yeah.
I just spent 3 days working on this video,
yeah.
and I'm throwing it away because
I've done this.
I would not sit and watch me. I remember getting that first 100, I was like, we suck really bad because nobody is watching our videos. I mean, and I'll get intimate with your audience. When they start putting videos out again, we don't want to hear about COVID, okay? Because it was like 9 years ago when they filmed all this stuff. And so
we were free.
So just look, let's talk. Give them a break, huh? It's old stuff. You're gonna
Not
see
all of it.
Actually, we've been filming them.
And even right now,
COVID
as we're
sucks.
filming this, we're social distancing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're
In fact,
actually in another trailer.
Greg's not even really there.
I'm not even here.
We've edited him in.
And we have not hugged at
It's
all.
amazing what you could do with Photoshop. All right, hey, just be kind.
And subscribe. Hit the like
Hit
button.
that like button. Hit
Share.
the subscribe. What are you
Share.
waiting on?
Share it with a friend.
Oh, right here. Right there's timer.
Okay, so we had a blast.
We did.
Well, whatever. But you know, at the rate that we're putting out videos, you might have seen theirs like a year ago.
No, we're gonna do it for next Sunday.
We are.
It's gonna be the next one. Yes.
No, whenever. But in
Yes.
case you don't ever find our channel or you find it a year later, we just now put it out. You know, that happens in life. But anyway, we just wanted to let you guys know we had a great time.
So wrap it up.
So wrap it up. So we want to thank you. So, you know, remember to like,
We'll get all of them.
share, subscribe,
Oh, hold on.
Ring that
all that
bell.
stuff. Ring the dingy bell because you know we do plan on putting out more videos, and we've got them just about several of them almost done. And I don't do them. She does. So
Yeah.
it's
Say your
right.
thing.
So say my thing. So you say your part, then I say my part.
Yes. So remember, every day's a gift.
So don't count the days, but make the days count.
We need something
And-
catchy like that.
We'll see you soon.
Bye.
Bye.
But she's busy.
So we're Greg and Shelly from Day's Great Adventure.
Of course they know that. It's the end of the video.
Oh, right. Go. Finish.